Hey guys, it's Neil again from Harder Texas Armory, and today I want to do a state of the Casio collection. Yes, Casio collection, because all these watches here in front of you are Casios. And Casios offer some of the best value in the watch world. I mean, they offer some incredible watches, and the price points on them are always just very affordable, and you get a lot of bang for your buck with these things. So what I'm going to do is just talk about each one of these just briefly. I've got in-depth reviews and probably first looks on most of these watches here, but I'll quickly go over all these here. So this is basically my Casio collection as of early 2018. So we'll start over here on the left with the G-Shock type watches, the sports watches. So over here on the left, and let me bring it in, we'll zoom or get the focus back in there. There we go. You'll see the classic G-Shock, the DW5600. And I recently did a video where I installed this NATO strap adapters and use these Vario NATO straps. But I will be doing a full review on this watch in not too long. Maybe in a couple weeks I'll probably have this review done. But this is just a classic G-Shock. Kind of a do-it-all watch. I really like this because it's the smaller size. Some of the other G-Shocks are just too big for my wrist. And this one here is just a nice size. And I just like the classic looks, that square design, just very retro, just 1980s styling. I really like it. So excellent little G-Shock here. And particularly with the NATO straps, I even love it more. Next up here, we'll bring in this one here. This is going to be my Casio ProTrek. This is the PRG 270. And this is a watch that I use when I go camping and hiking. I really like it. It's got the compass, the temperature, barometer, and altitude sensors on it. So very useful in the outdoors, and I really like it. It is kind of a big watch, but it still wears fairly decent. But this is a watch that I really like. Very handy watch. It's allowed me when I go camping to get rid of a lot of other electronic devices that I used to carry. I almost had one for each one of these sensors, and now I can just carry this and it gets the job done. And it's pretty durable. It's not quite G-Shock level, but the ProTreks are very durable. They're water resistant. It's just a great watch. And then next up here is this guy here who's had an extremely hard life. This is my Casio Tough Solar, and the model number on this one is W-S220. And this is a watch I've had, for a number of years. I don't even remember at this point. But this watch here has seen a hard life. When I worked in the oil field, I wore this out on the oil rig, so it got beat the heck. You can just look at it. It's seen some use. I also used it when I did some construction and plumbing work. And now I wear it just whenever I want just a pure beater watch. But look at this. Almost a decade later, and this thing is still ticking away. So just a testament to the design. Again, this is not actually a G-Shock. They call this the Tough Solar. It's kind of like a budget G-Shock, but boy, is this watch held up for me. So another very, very cool, and definitely has a lot of sentimental value just because I've worn it so much when I'm working. All right, guys, and next up we're going to talk about the analog watches, and also the dive watches. So let me bring this first one up for you guys and refocus. There we go. This one is a Casio MTD 1050, and I really love this watch. I love the whole look of it with the silver dial. This is my only silver dialed watch, and that dial is particularly beautiful with that sunburst. It is really pretty. And this watch here, I have a full review of it, but I think it's pretty rare. I couldn't find any information on this watch when I did the review. I don't know if it was made for a different market or whatever, but there just wasn't a lot of info out on this particular model. But if you ever see one, I highly recommend it. It's a great watch. It's basically a dive watch. It's a quartz, but you got the date complication. You got 200-meter water resistance, and it's got a real good look and size, being 41 millimeter case diameter. So what a great watch. Next up, let's talk about the Casio MTD 1010, the Casio Submariner. So this watch here's got the whole look, Rolex Submariner look. It's got drilled lugs, good size, being 40 millimeter diameter case size. The only negative with this is that it's only 100 meters of water resistance. So this crown here is a non-screw down. You see it's rotating freely. It's just a pop in and out. I do think you could probably take this you know, probably snorkeling or something like that if you're careful. But this is not a true dive watch, but it certainly looks like one. And it's an excellent little watch that you can pick up used. These are out of production, but you can pick them up used on eBay. They're pretty common. They run from anywhere from $40 to up to sometimes $100, depending on the condition. But a wonderful little watch. And then next up here, we're going to talk about the Duro, the MDV 106. This is a classic watch. It's been out for, I think since 2011. I recently did a video review on this watch. An excellent value at around $50 or less. An incredible dive watch for that price. I mean, it's a full-feature 200-meter dive watch, decent lume, usable lume. It's not the best lume, but it's usable. Great bezel action on this. Just a beautiful watch. The only negative is the size being 44 millimeters. So that's really my only complaint, which is why I kind of like that 1010, the Submariner, because it's a smaller size. And the last one we'll show today is going to be the Wave Scepter, the Casio Wave Scepter WVQ-120. Again, this is a very rare watch. You don't see too many of these. This thing has the Wave Scepter technology where it's going to connect to the atomic clock to sync the time. So this is a very accurate watch. I will be doing a full review on this as well. I do have a first look, but I do like this watch a lot. It's got a good look to it, that PVD finish, the gold. It's kind of blingy, but it does look cool. It's kind of strange that it has a PVD stealth case, but then all the embassies and stuff are gold. But it gives it a cool look, and I definitely like it. My only complaint with this one is, wow, if you have to change the time, it is a pain in the butt, because there's no LCD like these screens here. It's all analog, so figuring out the very complicated system to get everything set correctly the first time is a true pain in the butt. But overall, once you get it set, the watch is really cool. I love that Wave Scepter technology. This is probably the most accurate watch that I own, and one of the most accurate watches you could actually own, since it syncs every day to the atomic clock. So once again, guys, this is Neil at Heart of Texas Armory. Just want to show you guys my Casio collection as of 2018. I just got a thing for collecting Casios. Kind of like my buddy over there, Just One More Watch. He has a thing too, it looks like, for collecting Casios. But who can blame him and who can blame me? I mean, these things are an incredible value. So I'll probably pick up a few more. Out of all these watches, the only one I might possibly sell or get rid of or trade is possibly the Duro. And it's not because it's a bad watch. It's just possibly too big for my wrist. I have a 7-inch wrist, and the 44 millimeter case size is just big. But again, I may not even sell that one because it's such a great value at, you know, under $50. An incredible watch. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, taking a look at my Casio watches that I have as of 2018. And if you have any questions or comments on any of these, feel free to leave a comment down below. And also, I'd love to hear down below in the comments what Casio watches you guys own. I'm sure y'all have decent collections too, so definitely let me know. So once again, this is Neil at Heart of Texas Armory. Y'all guys take care. I'll catch you on the next one.